All right. Shalom, Akim starts to listen. I do want to give all praise and all glory to Shlaki. I do want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushai Bahashim Makakodash. Double honors our apostles and elders of Grand Millstone that taught us his truth. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akims that's pushing his truth and all true sincerity around the four corners of the earth diligently. To you, I say Shalom. Okay, I'm the brother Yara Aviyah from the Great Millstone Miami camp. And I come back to the spirit power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to make another lesson. And lo, will you are edified. Okay, I was reading the book of Hebrews, chapter book Hebrews 8. Was going into the laws, being in our inward part, and a thought came to my mind about how us as men of the Lord, we have not truly lived life, man. How life is supposed to be. We have not yet lived that, man. Okay, the lives that we live right now are just in subjection. Okay, we sin daily. All right, we eat abominable foods. All right, so we have not truly lived, man. We have not really eaten real food, man. Okay, breathe the real air. Drink wine with Yahweh Shai. Okay, drink good wine. All right. Actually enjoy life, man. Even when you do have an off day in this wicked place. Okay, it's only but for a moment. All right, you may sleep majority of the day, and you'll still wake up tired, man. Or you may have an off day and go out and go do some things. All right, and rest, but you're not truly getting rest, man, because your body's already programmed to wake up and work. Okay, that's not life, man. Even if you go on a vacation or you go, to a different country, the air is still polluted. All right, you still gotta pay some type of, some type of tax. All right, you still got some type of laws and things you gotta abide by. That's not life, man. All right, in the kingdom, we are gonna truly understand the meaning of living. Okay, waking up, not by an alarm and by the sound of birds chirping. Okay, having our wives in, in order. Okay, them multiple wives, tending to our needs. Okay, this is true life. Us actually, having the laws and statutes in our inward parts, because what was man put on earth to was to serve, to serve the Lord and keep the commandments. Okay, in this day and age, we are trying to slack it to the best of our ability, man. All right, but sometimes, we may go off here and there. That's not life, man. Okay, constantly thinking, man, damn, it's it's the Sabbath, and all these things, but that's not life. Having laws and statutes in our in our inward parts, us not going off anymore is when we are going to truly understand and truly live life. Okay, the righteousness, the righteous being in authority ruling. Okay, so as you can see, because right now, the people are mourning. All right, because there's no righteous ruler. Who's ruling the earth? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, which has polluted the whole earth. Okay, he done polluted the earth, polluted the food, polluted the water. All right, done super taxed everything, inflation. Okay, done put prices up on everything. All right, that's not true life, man. Living paycheck to paycheck. Scriptures talk about a bag full of holes. All right, that's not true life, man. All right, making ends meet. That's not true life, but I had a couple precepts lined up. This is Hebrews 8, verse 10, and it says, "For this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, save the Lord." All right, and this covenant it's talking about is a new covenant, man. Okay, I'll put my laws in their mind. I'll write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be unto me a people. That's right, man. Because right now, the Lord has 2/3 of the nation of Israel that has to be destroyed because they are not going to understand the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures. They are just put. They are just put here just to die, man. Okay. But in the kingdom, they're gonna have the laws and statutes in their inward parts. Okay, so they're not gonna be going off in the kingdom. No Israelites gonna be going off in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, and then the nation of Israel, is going to be truly living. Okay, truly praising Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Now, not worrying about having a bag of holes. Okay, not worrying about Esau Edom. Not worried about getting pulled over, or this devil trying to fuck with them. Okay, not worrying about bills, cause in the kingdom, we're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna understand the true meaning of living life. Waking up, breathing real air, having spiritual power. That's true life. That's the life that the Lord has planned for His men and the nation of Israel. That 144 and the elect, firstly. Okay, then the nation of Israel, man. All right, jumping on to John 14 and verse 2, and it says, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you I go to prepare a place for you." That's right, man. That's speaking that's red letter, and that's Yahweh speaking. In His Father's house are many mansions, many planets, man. Because we are gonna have to repopulate the earth due to 2/3, that's 66.6% of the nation of Israel being destroyed. Okay, so we are going to have to repopulate the earth through the loins, of the elect members. So we are going to need other planets, man. All right, and that's going to be true life, having your kids just running around freely, not have to worry about anything, man. Because they're going to be the true powers, okay, on the planet Earth, man. All right, they're going to have the laws and statutes in their inward parts. They're not going to be going off. They could be freely roaming the earth, man, and we're not gonna have to think anything negative of it, man. Okay, that's true life, man. And brothers, man, keep fighting, keep enduring. True life is coming. Real life is coming. Enjoying the fruits of our labor, and the fruits of our seed are coming, man. Okay, just remain diligent and keep doing the work. Okay, this is Proverbs 29, in verse 2, and it says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." That's right, man. The righteous are in authority right now. No, Slakia. When the righteous are going to be in authority, soon to come, when Yahushua comes back and take this devil out of, rulership, then child of people rejoice. But as of right now, the wicked are in authority. So the people are mourning. Okay, everyone is mourning at the wickedness of this devil. Okay, that the wickedness that he has done. Okay, everybody's saying, complaining, about these, about Esau's rulership. Okay, that's not true life, brothers. Okay, that's not living. Just constantly getting up, complaining about this, complaining about that. All right. When the righteous are in authority, okay, when y'all try to set up that 144 and that governing body, that governing body, Salakia, okay, that's when people are going to rejoice, because everything's going to be at peace. Okay, the earth is going to be at peace. Okay, because scripture say that the earth mourneth. Though, the earth is mourning, the people mourning. Okay, so that shows you that we're not living true life. Because, the earth is not, first of all, the earth is polluted, defiled, due to the blood shed of the nation of Israel in the earth, man, and also in the bloodshed. Okay. So, the earth is not operating at full capacity right now. And why? Because, it's waiting on Yahweh Bashim try to come back to take the devil out of power. And to cleanse the earth. And then we are going to bear the real fruits of the planet Earth, man. Scripture say that the world, the world was created for our sakes, anyways, man. Okay, so the world was created for our sakes, but we are gonna inherit, the earth and the kingdom, because the kingdom is going to be on earth, all right, in the times to come. But first, there has to be some type of cleansing, all right, and there will be, and then after that cleansing is when we are gonna truly, admire the kingdom, man. Okay, we are gonna truly live life, all right. But Ayakim, that's gonna be the title of the lesson, man. That's how the lesson is gonna be. Okay, we have not truly lived life, but true life is coming, man. All right, so Lord was edified with that. I do want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Shira Kakodash, that warrants to our apostles and elders of great millstone, that taught us the truth. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akims. With that, I want to say shalom.